Grass is my least played Pokemon. We're playing Cramorant right now, in the bottom path. Like this is the... Oh no! The Leafeon took the farm by accident and now my lane partner is tilted. Honestly deserved. If you play jungle and you take the bot lane bunny, you deserve to lose the Xatu, honestly. I really hate it when junglers are doing this. Like it's really tilting. So right now we are playing Cramorant, one of my favorite Pokemon in PokemonUNITE. It was bugged for a really long time. Like, I don't know what it was about Cramorant, but Cramorant was banned for the UCS for the rest, like for almost every tournament. It was only allowed in February. So right now Cramorant might be allowed in Worlds because Cramorant finally got bug fixed. After 5 months, they finally fixed Cramorant. So basically sometimes when you auto attack, the auto attacks bonds more than once, and then you can basically one-shot enemies. They finally fixed that bug, and I'm really happy about it. So we're playing Cramorant right now. Maybe I'm gonna play Cramorant at Worlds, we don't know. But I wanna try to explain you guys how to play Cramorant lane a bit properly. Because Cramorant is one of the Pokemon that is really strong in lane. So what you wanna aim for when you play Cramorant in like laning phase is you wanna do the creeps as fast as possible. So you know that the stuff is spawning after 1 minute because I explained in my previous video. And Cramorant is like the kind of Pokemon, the stuff is spawning, the stuff is gonna die instantly again. And if you get level 9 early when you play Amplifier with Cramorant, you can have a really big impact in the game. So you know that this middle albino is spawning at 7:30 because you took it at 8:30. This stuff is spawning at 7:05 because you took it at 8:05. And this albino is gonna spawn at 7 minutes because you took it at 8 minutes. So every time you like know that the stuff is spawning, you can already position yourself as a Cramorant to take the farm again. And it's really the interesting thing about bot lane path is it has more XP than the jungle. It actually has more XP than the jungle. And if you take like if you get every farm, you're most likely not gonna get every farm. But in solo queue it's like the chance is higher to get every farm because solo queue players don't really think about when stuff is spawning. Oh my god, I'm getting changed to seat. Cramorant is a kind of nasty lane, and my solo queue teammate is not really playing with me, so like these solo queue players most likely don't know that my albino is spawning at 7 minutes. Because first they don't have vision that I took the farm, and they will probably not think about it. So now it's spawning, we take the farm. Thank you for stealing my farm. And this middle albino is spawning as well in 2 seconds. It spawned. So like you know what like what the enemies did, right? Like instead of taking their farm, they tried to fight you. Why? Because probably they don't know that the farm is spawning. They don't really think about it. I'm assuming this. Like I don't know what is going inside solo queue players' heads, but I'm pretty sure they're not thinking about when the farm is spawning, so they just go for kills. And that's why I'm trying to explain you guys the thing about when farm is spawning and how to play the game. Because like this is like one thing that is helping you to improve on the game. Because you know farm is spawning, so you don't fight. It's really simple. And if no farm is in the map and you don't know what to do, what is the most common thing that you will do in solo queue? Just go for a fight. Because you know you don't have anything better to do because there's no farm. And especially when you play solo queue and your entire teammates are taking your entire farm and you don't know what to do, you just go for a greedy play. When I use ultimate here, thinking like this, does the Charizard know that you can't ultimate a Cramorant? Oh poor guy. The thing is about Charizard is that this ultimate can get cancelled. If Charizard is like Urshifu, and your ultimate can't get cancelled, Charizard would be so strong. Like imagine you can just ultimate a Cramorant out of his ultimate. It's like crazy to think about, right? So like one thing I'm doing right now wrong is, instead of taking the middle beast, I could just take the middle albinos. I mean like the bottom albinos. Because they give more XP than the top lane albinos. So like one common thing about solo queue is, you just go where the fight is, right? Because you wanna fight. instead of going bot lane to take the farm and most likely getting level 14 for this game, I'm just going top lane, trying to get the objective because it's more fun. Like, the way the solo queue players are playing is just like they enjoy the game by fighting because like it's a fighting game, right? It's like a MOBA game. But if you go into a competitively thinking game, you wanna have lower risk of losing the game by you inting, right? So instead of taking this fight, you can just farm. But because I know I can potentially kill them, I'm just gonna try to kill them with my ultimate. Like, one thing that you can evaluate, if you know that you can execute the enemies and you are winning the fight, then you can just go for it. You don't need to go for the farm because you can farm the enemies. Sometimes it's more important to farm the enemies than farming because this helps you to give your teammates the farm that they need. Especially when I play Cypher. I don't know what it is about me playing Cypher. I'm taking every bit of the map. I'm not trying to fight. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm just farming because I know if I'm getting level 15, I can carry the game. But honestly, sometimes if you know that you can just farm the enemies, like, you can just give the teammates your farm, right? My teammates took the Arminius a bit too late. They took it really late. So basically, they wasted 3 spawns of the Albinos that they could have taken. But it's like whatever, right? Because like, people like to farm. I like fight. I can't talk anymore. I'm level 13. And I could have been level 14 here. By just farming. But because I like to just fight, I'm level 13. Which is not a bad thing as well, because you didn't get the best overcap on top lane, but you are ahead in points. For me, especially, I don't think it's important to be ahead in points in solo queue. Because you don't know when enemies are gonna score. You don't know if your teammates are gonna protect the points. So the best thing in solo queue, for me is at least, to be higher level than my team enemy. And extend my level lead. Because if I am higher level than my enemy and my enemies are level 12, for example, I can just carry the game by being stronger than them. Not a lot of shutdown. And Cramorant is like the kind of Pokemon that is really great. Was a good ultimate. I'm gonna use ultimate here. Like, this ultimate is one of the most grief ultimate I've ever done. But like, you don't wanna die when you're level 40. Like, Umbreon is so OP. Like, why is it doing so much damage? It's like CCing. I hate this Pokemon. Like, this is potentially a game-losing ultimate. Because especially when you play solo queue, you just play for yourself. You don't play for your teammates. This is like one big tip I can give you. Don't play around your teammates. Only play around your teammates when you think the enemy, like your teammates, are gonna help you to win the game. Because sometimes you get really good solo queue teammates. But I don't really trust teammates when I play solo queue. I only trust them when I know them. Like when I know, hey, this guy is Adesu. I know he's not gonna grief my game, right? Brand installation. Okay, guys. I wouldn't recommend you to side dunk when you play solo queue, because I think it's a high risk and high reward. If you dunk, you are ahead in points. But if the enemies know that you are dunking, they can potentially catch you, like we catch the Charizard, or they will just flip it. So if you know that your teammates are fighting the enemies, you can potentially dunk. If you think your enemies, like your teammates, are gonna win. But if you're not participating in the fight and you dunk, and everyone is dead, you will just lose the game, right? So think about when you score and when not. Like, what is the CC, by the way? Like, it's illegal. I really don't like Umbreon. Because like, the CC is so long, like, for no reason. Nice. It's a good game though. It's probably gonna score. I'm gonna reset and stop him from scoring. Stop him as well. What? Okay. Holy moly, this was fast. Like if you score with a comfy inside, you score so fast. If you have 30 points as well, especially. The EV passive stop. I couldn't cancel the tank. Let's see who's gonna win this. We scored 100. They scored a big overtime. They step on the game. Nice. Yeah, guys, I hope you learned something from these videos. I'm trying to upload more videos how to play laning phase. I uploaded quite a bit of videos how to play top lane, but not how to play thinking about when the farm is spawning. So I think I was fighting a bit too much in this game, but especially like just in general, like if you know that the farm is spawning, just take the farm and don't grief, don't try to int. And when you lose 2 games, guys, take a 1 hour break or take a walk outside before playing another game, because if you lose too much, you will just destroy your day. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of tutorial video in the Cramorant gameplay. Thanks for watching, and I want to see you guys in the next video.